Hi people. Stock markets around the world down today. I see here in Australia there was people weren't too happy. Federal Reserve in America talking about easing their quantitative easing. I doubt very much. There's that much money owed by America. There's that much unemployment, low-paid jobs that they've created, like jobs at McDonald's and food outlets. Pay about $4 an hour or something. And our market here in Australia sort of panicked. Our dollar is down again against the US currency. Gold is down. I mentioned about gold crashing. Probably, I don't know, maybe 12 months ago, or maybe even longer than that. But it's only going to get down to a certain point. All the fiat currencies throughout the world are all rooted, and that's why you find the Chinese, the Russians, India, the Koreans, some of the Asian countries are all buying gold, scrambling to try and buy it, because they basically know that that's the only real value in the world. The reason why a lot of gold, the gold price has plummeted, one of the main reasons, is because of all the paper gold. People buy, instead of buying the physical gold, they buy paper certificates saying that they hold X amount of gold. But when they go to retrieve it, their supposed gold bar or gold bars or whatever, they're not there. The banks or the institutions they bought the certificates of, the gold's not there. So a lot of the institutions are offering people cash for these supposed gold bars. We can't give you the physical gold because we haven't, well, they don't admit they haven't got it, but they just say that we can't give you the gold, but we'll give you cash. And I would say that that cash is probably what the gold price is today. If you paid $1,500 or $1,600 for it on this gold certificate, and you've come in to claim it, they can't give it to you because they haven't got it. They'll probably give it to you as what the gold value is today, in cash. I mentioned it was all just a big scheme to get people to invest when the gold price was skyrocketing. I would imagine a lot of people have lost money on these paper assets. But the gold price, it will go down to, well, who knows how far it'll go. But it won't be very long, and all of a sudden it'll rise again. For the simple fact is that what the Federal Reserve mentioned today or yesterday in America about a possible easing of their money they've been printing, all the treasuries and all these bonds they've been buying from the government. They can't ease that because excuse me, a lot of the countries that have been buying them are not buying them anymore because they know they're never going to get repaid. So the only way the government can maintain the course that they're on, with all this spending and everything else they do, is for the Federal Reserve to keep buying their mortgage-backed securities and their government bonds. Otherwise, America will just cease as far as their money is concerned. It'll just shut down. They'll be bankrupt. So the Federal Reserve won't stop the stimulus. They can't. I mean, if the interest rate went up a couple of points, that means that the government have to find another couple of $1 billion or whatever it is a year or a month to pay their interest payments on all the money they owe. That's why the Federal Reserve keeps the interest rates down, because they know that if they go up, the government's going to be rooted. So the stock market will play around for a couple of days, I'd imagine, but then it'll go where it's going. But gold will skyrocket from basically now or very shortly. It'll start going up again, and it'll just shoot through that whatever it was last time, up around the high 1800s. It'll just go straight through that. Not a problem. It has to. Like I said, the reason why the gold price is falling is because of all this paper, all these securities, all these certificates that are around. There's not enough gold in the country to pay out everybody. People will realise that, hey, they haven't got physical gold. Thought they did, but they haven't. That's why the gold price will skyrocket. Rocket through the 1900, and probably by the end of the year will be a couple of $2,500 an ounce. Piece of cake. So if I was anybody wanting to invest in anything, I'd be buying gold now. Every dollar it falls, buy some more. It'll get to, like I said, it'll go to a certain point, and then it'll just take off. Guaranteed. Read the writing on the wall. Night Voice, catch you.